Oh God. Interesting. This is probably not going to work. Okay, let's be positive. Orientation is locked. Rotate camera. What? Curious if it's actually working if I'm doing it this way. I think I'll try it like this for now, because I'm like sniffling. Clean my house does it to me. Okay, hopefully. Yes, I have boxes. Yes, that's my computer. Yes, my room is all by week exercises. We're going to do. I'm going back up so you can see my eyes. We're going to do a 4-minute workout. This workout is the quickest, most effective workout according to some articles that I was researching on, quick workouts on. This is a little intense, so I'm just going to warm up the body before I do that. And you're just going to twist like this. This warms up the trunk, your stomach. This helps stretch the arms right now. Easy little exercises right here. And just do this a few more times. Now hip circles. Again, a lot of my videos, you'll see this repetitive motions be in play. The reason for it is I want to warm up the stomach. And I called this the quarantine workout because I was just like everyone else in quarantine, and I've gained quite a bit of weight, and I need to lose it. So let's do some exercises together to burn some calories, which there's 2 ways to burn weight off of your body, which is diet or exercise. I personally like working out more, even though that's not even close to being as effective as diet, being honest with you. The problem is you have to do both, because if you do it just diet only, like you starve yourself, whatever you look like fat, you're going to look like skinny, and you don't look as sexy as you can. If you exercise and diet, one, you'll be able to eat more, because exercising will increase your metabolism, increase your burning rate, and as you build muscles, you will actually gain shape and look better. Even if you're fat, if you have muscle tone, you'll actually look better than someone who's skinny. And I'm just doing high knees here, and you just, now I want you to warm up the arms, speed bag, reverse, out of the head, and then reverse. Okay, warming shoulders. This was actually, I learned this from my yoga teacher when I took his yoga certification course. I think he called this yoga shoulder rolls, and I never remembered his answer when I said, what's the difference between this and this? So I actually just do both, and I actually press out my arms as far as I can and do this. If you're doing weight-bearing exercises, you want to keep bends in your joints. Like ideally, even though it's comfortable for me, ideally you should actually keep your knees bent if you're standing up, just slightly. And the reason for bending your joints, especially your knees, is if you don't, you're putting all that weight, you're locking your knees, so your quads aren't bearing a weight at all. Your joints are. And doing this actually also causes lower back problems. You bend your knees, you're putting the weight towards your quads, your hamstrings, your big thigh thigh muscles and you want them to work. And I need some water. Or in this case, a organic lemonade. I know this is not a sponsored video. The only thing is this company, I do have a beef with them because on the label they say 5 calories. But if you look right there, carbohydrates 5. Or not 5, 9 grams of carbs. What that means is per carb, there's the burn rate is 4 calories. So 9 carbs times 4 is 36 calories for the strength. So they labeled it wrong, especially when they put 5 calories and they're like, oh, serving amount per serving, 5 calories. On the top here, it literally says serving size 1 bottle. So they can't just do some magic and say, oh yeah, it's less because serving size was like a quarter of it. So that was like my little beef with them, but who knows. I should actually Facebook them. So this here, you're actually opening up your hips a little bit. As I call it, a little rant. And the 4-minute workout, how it works is it's 4 exercises. 4 exercises, 20 seconds, 10-second rest in between, and then 2 rounds of it. Which, the exercises I'm going to do now, and hopefully I don't get too out of breath, which I would use my phone, which I'm actually recording on, as a timer, which, let's see, I'll wing it. So the first exercise is high knee. Actually, I'm going to cheat and not do high knees. Okay. The first one is going to be burpees. So, burpee, I'm very overweight now, so I'm going to do the cheating version where you just get into a plank, or I could do it on my knees. You're here, bring your feet close to your hands, and then come up. So you're just going down, knees, and if that's too hard, the little jump, you can 1, 2, come up, jump. And for the 20 seconds, if I do it slowly, I remember that it would be about 6 burpees for the 20 seconds. So I'm just going to do 6. So you're here, here, 2 more. Last one. The advanced burpee. Go for push up. Push up. And then 10-second rest is equivalent of 3 breaths. So high knees. I decided on doing the burpees first because they're the hardest. This one here, one of the easiest, so I can catch my breath. Okay, you catch your breath, real breaths. Last one. Now I'm going to do jumping jacks. If you have shoulder problems, you can do like this. That was 20 seconds. Deep breaths. Alright, last exercise, which I believe is just a variation of squats. So I'll just do the wall squat. And I like the wall squat because it works your thighs, but if you press your back against the wall, it fixes your posture. And that's why I like it. Deep breaths. Okay. Now 3 breaths before doing burpees. And I'm going to do the beginner ones. Come on. Wow. Wow. One more here. No, I don't want to cheat. I'm already doing the beginner ones. Two more. Last one. 3 deep breaths. High knees. And normally, high knees I can do without getting out of breath. I can do about 50 jumping jacks in a row without getting really out of breath. And I'm talking about the full jumping jacks. The burpees, you can see 6 burpees and I'm out of breath. So 3 breaths. Now jumping jacks, I'm going to do this one. The reason for it is it actually doesn't hurt the shoulder. It actually stretches the chest. Okay, deep breaths. Last one, which I'll take a drink while I'm doing it. Wall squats. This is a fun video. Question is, what do you do when you're overweight without hurting yourself a lot? Walking. When you're overweight, honestly for me, the biggest challenge in fitness and losing weight, it's not exercising. For me, I have always been able to exercise for a long period of time. Well, I'm going going to do my little TED talk here. I'm going to do butt kicks. But like I could easily do 3 hours in the gym, space it out, do rest between like 1 minute, or the whole, before COVID, you'd be waiting forever for people to get off the machine or wanting to get on. And personally, the exercising part, no problem. It's the diet I have the problem with. A lot of people say do 5 small meals or 6 small meals, break them up so you can keep your metabolism going, which works. My brother is a good example of that. He eats about around almost 2,000 calories per day, and he's skinny, very skinny. I eat the same amount, but junk food, bad food, big meals, and I look the way I look. And I'm just doing calf raises, you're lifting up your heels. And for me, whenever I have a meal, it's about 1,000 calories. So if I do 6 meals, that'd be 6,000 calories. No way am I going to be able to lose weight doing that. So for me, all diets are designed to do is decrease the amount of calories you have, and then that's a diet. Ideally, you want to have a lifestyle and a well-rounded food plan. Because food, the goal of food is to regenerate your body, re-nourish your body, give your body what you need, which are minerals, vitamins, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. And it tasting good is a byproduct of your body telling you that you need this food. And your cravings is your body telling you that you need this food. Calf raises again. And it's all about doing moderation, and for me, and also no fried food. The moment you fry food, it loses 50% of nutrients, and it retains its calorie density, which means that if you're having that, you're not going to lose weight. For me, it's also sodas, coffees, sweet drinks, and I don't care what the label says, those drinks, the large, are almost 1,000 calories each, and that's not good. Especially if you can drink 30 of those, that's more than your thing. So water, coconut water, if you want something sweet. If you hate coconut water, there's aloe vera water or aloe vera juice with pineapple for a hint of flavor. Very good. If you don't like the pulp, strain the pulp. There's a few that don't have the pulp in it. Those are very good drinks to have. If you want something sweet instead of having a soda, and if you don't like the other two I just mentioned, have a variety of protein powders. Chocolate, vanilla, there's cookie dough, all types. They'll actually solve your sweet tooth as well. That's diet. My program, which this was part 1 of basically 12-week program. First week is, start to exercise a bit. For some people, this might be overdoing it with like calf raises and butt kicks. The 4-minute workout was part of this. And now I'm getting into the stretching part. For anyone who's really overweight, it is diet, which is the first step. This first week, it is about tracking everything. I'm not telling you out anything. Track it. Track your meals. Take a picture of it. Boom. Date track, okay, I took 3 pitchers every day or 4 pitchers every day, and I'm even saying track your liquids. If you're going to have 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee, track it. Just take a picture of everything you drank, okay? That's number 1. Number 2 is do this 4-minute exercise, which was the burpees, the high knees, jumping jacks, and then the wall squat. And then you stretch. Stretching helps relieve pain, helps with flexibility, and just helps you overall. And I find that this does not help you lose weight, but helps with the lactic acid, which is if you overdid a workout, your muscles are going to be sore the next day. If you stretch, you don't have that lactic acid. So I have the leg on here. I try to lift up the toes. You lean forward, keep the knee straight. You're stretching your hamstrings. Ideally, you want to have the leg about your hip height. But because I only have this chair, I could use my desk, but I don't want to put my foot on it. See, ideally, the foot should be about that high. Like stretching, 2 ideal places, step ladder or stairs. Reason for it, stairs and a step ladder have the elevation that most people can use. Same thing with stairs, ladder too, and also something to hold on to. When stretching, you want to have something to hold on to whenever you do the stretches. So doing that. For the sake of not showing my butt on camera, I'm going to do called the runner stretch. It's for the shin, or not the shin. It's the soleus, which is the heel basically. Also, they call this more like the calf, where the front leg is bent, the back leg is straight. Once you're in this position, then you lower down, bend your knee, while keeping your heel on the ground. It's like a lunge, just with the heel on the ground, and you're stretching out your soleus, or the lower part of your calf muscle. And you're just doing that. The other one that would be showing my butt is against the wall, and you're basically having your foot on an angle like this on the wall, and you're leaning forward with your hips. That one stretches more the gastroc, which is the bigger part of your calf, and that's a better stretch than this, in my opinion. I honestly like both because they both isolate 2 different muscles, but that's the difference. So once you do that, I personally like to do mobility. This is not stretching, this is more mobility. So you have your hand here, swinging the leg, and you're going to do this forward. And normally, how I'm showing you is how I would have you do it. For the sake of time and the sake of not moving the chair multiple times, I'm going to keep it here. Because the reason for it is when you get to the other leg, keep the chair here, your weight is here, and this leg is free, so it's kind of off balance. I want to keep you upright. So if I had the chair here, kind of has balance here, makes it so you can maintain upright. I'm kind of good at this, so I kind of can make sure that I can keep it balanced. Swinging your arm, counteract the balance is normal. After that, have both your hands here. Yeah, you can see my side butt. And you're just swinging, and you're just going as far as you can comfortably. And for starters, if I'm slowly but surely breaking my chair. But you're doing that on both sides. And for the sake of this video, let me just check the time. Okay, I have more than enough. Good. And I'm going to swing the leg this way again. I honestly, it takes a while for me to really feel it, so I like doing it multiple times. And also what this is doing is getting your body ready for the quad stretch, I'm going to show you two different variations of it. One is the one that most people see, and a lot of senior citizens say, oh, I can't do that because of balance issues and just the confidence is not there. So I have one that even senior citizens can do. The only thing is there's two variations which senior citizens can do easily, and most people will know the problem with each one very quickly. But I'm going to start with the basic one that everyone knows, then get into the modified ones that can help but have their own pitfalls, but not that bad. Okay, now basic stretch. So ideally some people say grab not on the foot because it can hurt your foot if you do it wrong. I tend to do that because it helps stretch the shin, which is the front part of your lower leg. And you just do this. Some people can do that. You don't have to. Some people lean forward. And this part is just stretching here. And for the sake of just making it look better. Now I'm going to show you the modified one. And there's actually three, not two. One is take a chair, put your knee on there, and you squat down on it. This is a hard chair, so that one, not the best. The other version, if you're on the chair like this, you have your leg off like this. Very hard to do. You do it like this. Senior citizens can do this. You just give them a towel and they can stretch most of the time very easily. The only problem is, the moment they release the towel, because of the position your leg is in, if you drop your foot, you drop your leg, and you can hurt your foot. That's the problem with it. The other one that I like, but the problem is you're on the ground, which I'll adjust the camera for this one. Yes, I have a messy room. But I own it and I love it. Feet here, stretch like this. And a lot of people can't do this. They'll be like, oh my god, can't even lean back, oh my god. Modification of this, which you can also do a quad stretch, which this one is actually the most recommended one. Have your body like this. Obviously don't have chairs, and you're doing the stretch on the ground. This one here is the best, which even beginners can do it, but for the sake of most of my fitness classes, not having an exercise mat, or it also being a hard surface, or a insurance office, it was always not the best way of doing it. Okay. And those were the three basic stretches, which is hamstring, calf, quad. I actually have a full video on all the stretches for the legs. Highly recommend it. We're going to do some back stretches right now, and then some core, and then after that we're going to finish up with the neck. Why am I showing core exercises at the beginning of this program? Is because, one, I really need it because of quarantine fat, but also the core, if you develop your core at the start, it will help strengthen all other muscle groups, and you won't even know it. They can't really quantify why it is that if you strengthen your stomach muscles, that you'll be better at running, you'll be stronger lifting. They really haven't quantified it that well, but they just know if you have a strong core, you're able to do more. regardless of, okay, how many bench presses you do. People that have a strong core plus do bench press will win against someone who doesn't do it, regardless of how much the other one does it. Like even powerlifters, they do a full thing of core. So core exercises I'm going to show are leg down, one leg up, down. And just alternate. And if you hear that pop, which would mean that my camera is really good, is actually my hip. And I have no idea why it does that, but it does it every time. Okay, after that, I put my leg here and lift up both. Switch. And for core exercises, I'll take it slow, because if you do too much, you'll feel like you just got hit in the stomach. So I'm just doing 5 reps instead of whatever else. Again, take your time. As I go out of order. And that's more advanced as you do a straight leg version. So that strengthens here. All core exercises will strengthen your stomach. I personally rather strengthen here first. Just naturally, most people will shrink their upper abdomen muscles will respond quicker. Lower ones don't, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm going to do back stretch over here right now. If that was a comment, thank you for commenting. Switch legs. And this is for your hips, but also helps your lower back. Okay, we're done on the ground. I know it feels wonderful. Look it up. Down on all fours. Like this. Cat dog, arch, and up. Arch, and up. Very good. Now, I like stretching while working out the muscles. We're going to do the obliques, but we're also going to stretch our inner thighs. One more. Now twist. Switching legs. I believe I did 2 sets of lower abs. I don't think I did 3, so we'll do just 2 sets like this. And the obliques, sides of your abs, but also doing these exercises will work your abdomen and also your rectus spinae, which is your lower back. Getting back here. I am going to do some neck stretches. I personally like to make it that every single one of my workouts, you end up afterwards feeling better. And that's why I have stretching, like I said earlier. So if you work out to build muscle, the next day you'll have lactic acid unless you stretch. So I'll work my stretch neck. Happy day. Pray for me. I'm grieving the loss of my best friend and also my dad. They're the same person. It's not two people. And just pray for me. I wish you that. In the video description, if you're watching this later on, you can donate money to me to help me survive right now. And thank you for watching this video. I normally would ask for this at the beginning or not ask for it all, but I really do need it right now. And it will help me, and it will also inspire me and motivate me to keep up this stuff. Which this stuff also helps other people. It helps me and senior citizens that can't afford going to the gym right now. Have content that they can trust and believe in, and that won't hurt them. And if I show something that is like advanced that they can't do, I always show a basic or beginner version that they can do to stay involved, stay healthy. And that's what I do. I also do one-on-one and group sessions live. That the group sessions are cheap, very inexpensive, and I also do one-on-one work in the group to make sure that everyone's doing, the steps to lose their quarantine weight. And the one-on-one, same thing, more specialized. So last exercise is just breathing in and breathing out. Bend the knees. Like if this was yoga, you come up, your hands together, breathe out. I've researched this, but I couldn't find any recognizable or authoritative health articles on this. But for whatever reason, breathing in slowly above your head and then lowering your hands down slowly, breathing out, will help the stress, lower stress. You just do this. I usually do between like 6 and 7 reps of this. And this is how I usually finish my classes. Thank you very much. Descriptions to my social media. I'm trying to build a social media influencer brand on fitness. I do want to expand that to also mindset and also mental health, because physical health and mental health come together so very much. Feel free to contact me, comment below if you need prayers yourself too, or if you're interested in hiring me. Links are below. The Square link is there for if you want to hire me. I have Cash App, I have Venmo if you want to donate. Thank you very much. Bye.